WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all, the showcase of immortals, the show of shows, the granddaddy of them all. Whatever the kids call it these days. To be a part of WrestleMania for a WWE superstar is great. To win at WrestleMania is greater. But sometimes that's never often the case. So here are the top 10 WWE WrestleMania winners who should not have won their WrestleMania matches. Number 10, WrestleMania 34's Asuka versus Charlotte Flair. Now, this is like top of the gear. The whole part of who Asuka was building up to this particular match was that she was undefeated from NXT to the main roster to Royal Rumble. She won that all the way to WrestleMania just to get a slap on her face for losing to Charlotte Flair. This particular match, Charlotte Flair did not need to win. She could have just taken the loss, give it to Asuka, and things would be much better if Asuka actually won her WrestleMania match. This was a slap to her whole undefeated streak, and to lose at WrestleMania just made absolutely no bloody sense. She won the freaking Royal Rumble and stayed undefeated just to lose at WrestleMania 34. Yeah, that is just poor choices, man. Just very poor choices by WWE. But hold your horses. WrestleMania 34 comes a few times in this particular top 10 list of mine. Now, coming to number 9. Of course, the WrestleMania 34 match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Once again, Shinsuke Nakamura won the Royal Rumble. A Royal Rumble everybody didn't want Roman Reigns to win and main event WrestleMania. Everybody wanted someone else. It could have been anybody at this particular point of time. Anyone but Roman Reigns. And who did they give? They gave us Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Royal Rumble was great. But when it comes to the WrestleMania part, yeah, this part did not make any sense. Where he lost and he turned heel. Okay, that was kind of messed up, man. You could have just given Shinsuke Nakamura. Exactly why is because, look, AJ Styles is not someone who gets buried easily in WWE. He's the guy who can lose. Just like Seth Rollins, he can lose and still come back looking fresh as a daisy and people would still cheer for him. He had that particular thing, just like Seth Rollins. He can lose many times, but every time there's a big match feel, he gives it. He gives that big match feel. Just like that. AJ Styles did not need to win this. He should have just given it to Shinsuke Nakamura and have him lose another time. Because literally after Shinsuke Nakamura lost his WrestleMania match, we had a streak of rematches for this particular rivalry. And it was all just balls and balls and balls and balls. Oh god, it got so boring after that. So yeah, this match, I think Shinsuke Nakamura should have won the match instead of AJ Styles. It would have made more sense, It would definitely made more sense. Now, moving on to number 8. Now, this is a special case for this particular winner because this match was doomed the moment it was announced. Let me tell you how this thing worked. We are talking about the match between John Cena versus Austin Theory, the United States Championship match at WrestleMania 39. See, here's what's messed up about this plan. It's a good plan on paper, but the problem was already stated by John Cena in the promo leading up to this match itself. John Cena said something like this: "You with me, kid. Then what? Can you fill up my shoes? You lose? Well, you don't have what it takes to become the next me." That's literally the problem. That was the problem writing on the wall. The guy who's competing in this match has said it. Look, if he won, you lose. If you lose, you lose the title. But in this particular case, what would have been a better option? I think if Austin Theory lost the United States Champion to John Cena and John Cena takes the champion to Hollywood and you have this significant amount of time for him to come back if he comes back, you can have another match with Austin Theory where Austin Theory builds himself better and comes back to face John Cena for that particular title. This would be the significant time you could have to push. You could have John Cena win this match, take the United States Champion, vacate it, and put another tournament where Austin Theory builds himself up. You could have gone along a lot of different ways, but this particular match was painful no matter who won it. I mean, especially if Austin Theory win it. And then, where's Austin Theory now? Oh, right, he's not the next John Cena. Where is he? Oh, wait, I don't even know. It was a very lose-lose situation for Austin Theory. I feel for the man, I really do. Vince McMahon thought he's the next John Cena, but unfortunately, that just did not work. So yeah, I'm Cena should have won this match. I mean, he had a lot of losses, and losing again at WrestleMania 39 just to have the winner Austin Theory get buried in his whole career in WWE. Yeah, that was messed up, wasn't it? Number 7, once again, WrestleMania 34. Man, this WrestleMania was not the best for the winners. The main event of WrestleMania 34 was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I don't know how the hell that became the main event because it makes no sense. We didn't want Roman Reigns to be in the main event. No, we did not. The Royal Rumble winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, we wanted him. That's the whole part of me cheering for him. See, this is the part where you know this match winner is so bad. He didn't even like to be the winner. That's why it's even in this list. Brock Lesnar won this match, and guess what? Even he didn't like it. He just chucked the championship and just walked past Vince McMahon. Oh God, that was how messed up this particular match was. If Brock Lesnar won this match, it just didn't sit right. Roman Reigns winning might have been better because everybody expected that. Yes, I want to give the most unpredictable outcome of this match. Would have been not a good choice for this because come on, Brock Lesnar is a part-timer. Roman Reigns is being overpushed. Nobody wins in this particular match, especially if it's Brock Lesnar. Everybody was like, oh, come on, not again. I mean, if Roman Reigns had actually won this match, you would have a champion on Raw, which desperately was needed at that particular point in time. At least Roman Reigns winning it, you have a champion on Raw, something to look forward to. But no, you just had to give it to Brock Lesnar, who never shows up after a long time, just for some happy hours. I'll be joining in for the party because someone wants to fight me. Man, after that, it was just horrible, man. The whole match was pointless. We had Roman Reigns beaten up to a pulp. He was bleeding, and it made no sense at all. So yeah, WrestleMania 34, once again, this match could have been better if Roman Reigns actually won it. Now, moving on to number 6. Now, this is where things started to get a little bit obvious. WrestleMania 19, Triple H versus Booker T. Okay, what the hell was this, man? Why the hell did you push Booker T so much, give the fan the underdog vibe, just to have him lose to Triple H? Nah, man, come on, that was horrible. This was a horrible choice. You could have just given Booker T the World Championship. Give him his flowers, man. Why push him if you don't want to congratulate him? It's like, yay, I win. I slap you down. Go back to the locker room at the back of the line, man. That's how it felt when I saw this match, man. I'm like, why? Why did they do this to Booker T? Dude, he deserves his flowers, but I guess this is what probably happened at backstage. Vince McMahon be like, you are from WCW, so I don't push you. I'm going to pretend to push you, and I'm going to slap you in the face. Anyways, like I said, you from WCW, not the WWE. So, because of that, I will push you, and you're going to get slapped in the face from my champion, Triple H, my son-in-law. So, sit down. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Vince McMahon did not like the whole idea of him being the WCW guy. He's not going to let a WWE guy lose to that guy. I probably think that's it, because otherwise, why? Why would you not let him win? So yeah, anyways, WrestleMania 19's World Heavyweight Champion match, Booker T should have defeated Triple H. Now, number 5, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Now, this one was a little bit tricky, because look, Bray Wyatt was new. At this particular point of time, Undertaker wasn't really the face of fear because he didn't really wrestle much. He just comes for a few shows. I mean, it's understandable, man. He's old. We get it. We want a new face of fear. You need someone dominating. They pushed in the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt was cool. The whole family part was really good. The whole gimmick was awesome. until they got buried by John Cena. I think this is probably when the whole getting buried by John Cena got overly hyped about it. Look, John Cena didn't really need to win this match. He's John Cena. He's John Cena. He is one of the most important persons in the company. Making him lose at WrestleMania really wouldn't do much. But Bray Wyatt, a newcomer, this is a dude who's going to want to be the next face of fear. You got to really pay attention to this guy. But they didn't give him his flowers. They actually make him lose in WrestleMania and have a few other matches with John Cena. And yeah, he got buried. Yeah, that was painful. That was really a painful stick, you know. Bray Wyatt losing at WrestleMania 30, that should not have happened. Now, moving on to number 4. This one is another obvious match that should not even have taken place. Kurt Angle's retirement match with Baron Corbin. What the hell, man? The whole world didn't even want to see this, okay? This match was a slap to Kurt Angle's face for his legacy in WWE. To go out like that made no sense. You should have just given the people what they wanted. They wanted John Cena versus Kurt Angle because it has history, it has storytelling, it makes sense. You giving it to Baron Corbin makes no sense. You know why? Where the hell is Baron Corbin right now? Where is he? All right, he's not even in the company anymore. And he wasted a legacy, a defining moment in Kurt Angle's life where he retires his last match. And you give it to who? Baron Corbin. Worst case, it gets worse. The match itself was horrible. It was painful to see Kurt Angle go out that way, man. Kurt Angle was quite an important dude for your company, especially during the whole invasion period. And you just squash him. That was painful. Yeah, Kurt Angle, he deserved better. He deserved John Cena. He deserved a better match for WrestleMania retirement match. Now, moving on to number 3. Another significant thing that should not have happened. Edge versus the Demon King Finn Balor. Now, why the hell did you not push Finn Balor? Especially the personification of the Demon King. Dude, we rarely saw the Demon King, and when he did, what you do? You just bury him. To who? To who? Make him lose to who? To Edge. Dude, that is horrible choice, man. Let me tell you why. You bury the guy who's loyal to you, and now he's in WWE Raw. He's so insignificant. I've not even heard about the Finn Balor demon thing anymore. Oh, and where is Edge? All right, he's not even in the company anymore. You guys bury a guy who's loyal to you just so you can put over someone who's leaving the company. And it was not just a normal match. It was a stipulation match, a Hell in a Cell match, where Finn Balor actually bled for the company. And yet, you guys buried it. Yeah, Finn Balor, you deserve better, buddy. Trust me, you do. Now, moving on to number 2. Oh, this is the most obvious part of them all. Triple H versus Sting. Yo, what the hell, man? This is once again the whole Booker T shit again. It's like Vince McMahon. It's like, go to Sting. Hey Sting, you from WCW. This is the first time you coming to WWE. You think you're going to win over my son-in-law? Nah. I am going to bury you at WrestleMania. Welcome to WWE, man. So I guess that's probably what happened, because that's probably the first and last WrestleMania I saw Sting wrestle in. So anyways, this particular match was horrible for a lot of reasons. One, the match was quite long, longer than it's supposed to be. These are two people who are, older compared to the other superstars. This was a stipulation match, fine, makes sense. But you could have cut the match shorter and give the match a proper winner. Dude, Triple H never deserved to win this match. We don't want to see him win. He's Triple H. He's going to be in the company for longer than you think. He's still there now. But you buried Sting, which actually makes no sense. Dude, Sting took so long to be in WWE, and when he's at WrestleMania, what do? You bury him to who? Your son-in-law. Yeah, that was typical of you, Vince. But, hell, what has happened. Trust me, Sting, you deserve better in WWE, buddy. You deserve that win. Everybody wanted you to win. So yeah, that was number 2. Now, number 1, okay, this is heavily personal for me, because number one is The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Now, a lot of people would not agree with me. Some of you would. Now, look at it in this point of view. See, I am a huge Undertaker fan. Okay, in my Mount Rushmore, it's Undertaker, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Roman Reigns. Look, if you're going to treat Undertaker like this, it's just like a slap on his face, because he still had a few more years. Yes, he was getting old and everything, but WrestleMania 30, he did not deserve to lose to Brock Lesnar. You may think, oh, this is what made Brock Lesnar the beast incarnate. No. You could have made him lose to The Undertaker, come back in SummerSlam, face John Cena, and rebuild the whole beast incarnate thing. You did not have to defeat Undertaker the way Brock Lesnar did it. Because right after WrestleMania 30, it was a downfall for The Undertaker. He went so badly out of shape. He collapsed right after the match. And when he returned in 2015 to face Brock Lesnar, he collapsed again. And after that, that's it. That was probably it. The whole Undertaker kind of situation kind of went down. The Undertaker lost his actual self. Look at him, how he was before WrestleMania 30. And right after WrestleMania 30, look at his matches. You can see a lot of difference between how he starts to fight. And yes, it was painful to watch, especially for me, because I was a huge Undertaker fan. He lost shape. He lost his whole Undertaker thing. It was not as good as it was before WrestleMania 30. So yeah, I don't really like Brock Lesnar. I never did. And this was just a slap to my face. Like, really hard to have Undertaker lose to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Because, see, one of the biggest selling points of WrestleMania is the Undertaker streak. You could have actually extended that streak from WrestleMania 30 to WrestleMania 34, 35. You could have easily dragged it on. But you had to mess that all up because of Brock Lesnar. I don't get it, man. You just buried the guy who was loyal to you. Brock Lesnar was nowhere loyal to you. You just took everything you created with The Undertaker, the streak, WrestleMania, and you just chuck it out the window. Yeah, that's what you call bad choices, man. Bad choices. Yeah. So anyways, that's the end of my video today. That's the top 10 list of the winners who should not have won their WrestleMania matches. So if you guys like this episode, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys soon.